Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 5th episode of Bryce Talk Show. Now, I haven't done this in a long time. I've done other things like being on SoundCloud and doing other kinds of videos, but not actually the talk show, really for YouTube, actually. So, today, what I'm going to really discuss is a true story that actually happened a few months ago. So, I'll tell you what happened. So, it all started like a few months ago. Dad and I were going to put helium balloons in the ceiling and try to get my Sky Viper drone. So we can see if we can pop the balloons and pop stuff with the thing. Now, we had some things that were popped. Some balloons popped. Some, just popped. And some stayed in there, some went in the ceiling, and, or either balloons just landed and made a pile on the floor or the chair, anywhere. So, we fly the drone for a few hours, but this is, the one we're really going to talk about is what happened. Now, there was we call it a haunted balloon. We say that it was haunted. Now, why I tell you this is because, now, a few hours later, I was, Dad and I were just talking. Grandma came home from Florida. She was upstairs, and we were talking to her. Well, we were talking to Dad, and Grandma was upstairs. I don't know what she was probably watching TV. So she was upstairs, talking and doing whatever she wanted. And all of a sudden, we noticed there was one balloon that decided it was going to come down like it was, like, deflated. But then it rose up, and it started flying and going up in the ceiling and floating around the place. Then it went in the landing, and then it flew to the, hallway, and then the landing upstairs. Sometimes it would fly over Grandma's room, and then it flew in Dad's room. And so Dad said, "Mom, you see it?" And so she looks, and it's over upstairs. And at this point, it's, in the hallway upstairs. And then a few minutes later, it ends up in Dad's room. Now, we stayed down there for like a half hour afterwards, but then we looked upstairs, and he wanted to go look and see where it went. Turns out, it was behind the cable box this whole time. I know, right? It was behind the cable box this whole time, so there was no way that you would have saw it the first thing before. It was pretty strange because, you think when a balloon's coming down, it's coming down, and it isn't going to go up anytime soon. The balloon isn't going to go up and, fly anywhere anytime soon or anything crazy like that. But for that one type of balloon we had one helium balloon that we had, it flew, instead of, like, coming down and hitting the ground, it did, but then it rose up like it was flying like a drone, like when it goes down and it flies up. It's like the balloon was a drone, but it was actually, and then Dad's like, "Oh my God, it's flying over there." I'm like, What's going on here? And then I was confused because I was like, what's going on? Isn't the balloon, like, doing all kinds of stuff like that? It's crazy. But yeah, I didn't understand that either. I thought that was pretty strange. From, me, I thought it was strange. And Dad thought it was weird and funny, but Grandma, I wish we would have recorded it on video. I would have had it for a good YouTube video. But we didn't know something like that was going to happen. And, we were just randomly talking. And then all of a sudden, out of the ordinary, you got this coming up and flying, coming straight for the ground. And then it rise back up from the ground and up to the ceiling, or just floating, and all of a sudden it's in somebody's room. Scary, right? So yeah, it's, we talked about this for a few weeks because it was interesting. When stuff happened, you talk about it for quite a long time. Well, that was something to talk about for a long time. Not even I noticed anything like that in a long time. I mean, none of that I know. I didn't think that would, was the case, because if something like that were to happen, like, oh man. And we were just doing our own thing, just sitting there at night on the couch talking. And then while I was talking, Dad stopped me from talking because he's like, oh my God, look, it's coming down. Well, and then and he's like, oh my God, look, it's coming right back up. What's going on? I said, well, I don't know what's going on here. And then she called Grandma and said, hey, get out of your room and see if you can see the balloon. Where is it going? So then the balloon starts floating, and then sooner enough, it's floating upstairs. I don't know how long it is till it goes into his room, but it was pretty interesting, to say the least. Because I don't know anything like that ever happened before. I at least don't think that has ever happened before. I mean, really, I don't know. I never heard of such thing. So, yeah. So then, once it was landing behind the cable box, it didn't go anywhere else. It just stayed there till Dad took it. It didn't float anywhere else. I said, that is strange. I said, I hope something like that fun happens again, because that was quite the interesting thing of all time. I told Grandma yesterday, I said, I wish we would have recorded that, because, well, like I said, it was extraordinary. It was out of the ordinary. We didn't know it was going to happen. So, I I wouldn't just keep my camera on for the heck of it. We didn't know something was going to happen. Something out of the blue just comes up and happens. That's what happens. So, it's what happens. So I thought, this will be interesting. If only it was recorded, then it would be really fun to look at, and I'd be posting it, and it'd be shared on YouTube and everything. So, yeah, but then, yeah, like I said, I talked about that for a few weeks because I kept on thinking about, oh man, that's weird. And then even on my weekend journal in school, when I was writing about what I did over the weekend, I mentioned about the haunted balloon, because that was pretty, out of the blue. That wouldn't really happen at all. I would think that was the weirdest thing to ever happen. So yeah, now you know how that happened, and hopefully if something like that comes up again, we can, manage to film it and see where it goes, and hopefully catch it and film it behind the cable box or somewhere. Even it would be interesting if it flew upstairs in someone's room behind the closet. Tell me how scary that would be. So, yeah, I think that would be pretty. Some people might be scared of that.
8 minutes.
I think some people were scared just seeing that thing come over there. Just anything that just moves by itself and then just starts flying over there. I think that'd be really scary for some people. Yeah, so, I hope you enjoyed this little talk. And, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe, like, and share this video along. And also, like I said, don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for 96 subscribers, because I got 96 subscribers as of the time I'm making this. And don't forget to listen to my recent track on SoundCloud, The Rant on Splice Video Editor. Even though I made a talk show episode about this, but I also did a little something about that on SoundCloud. I have a link there too, so you can click on it. But I'll have a link to that where you can click on it. And also, don't forget to follow my TikTok profile, as I'll have short videos uploaded to TikTok. And just stay up to date, and I'll put the link down in the description below. So, yeah, that's about it for this video. Thanks, and have a nice night. Friday the 13th. That's why I thought I would tell this story. So anyway, enjoy the video, and have a nice night. Blah, ha, 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 ha.